The aftermath of World War II left the world in a state of profound transformation. The sheer destruction highlighted the devastating capabilities of modern warfare. Cities were decimated, economies were in tatters, and countless lives were lost. This new global reality set the stage for a different kind of conflict. The United States and the Soviet Union emerged as the two dominant superpowers, now adversaries divided by deep ideological differences. The US stood for capitalism and democracy, while the Soviet Union advocated for communism and a centrally planned economy. This ideological clash sparked the Cold War. Propaganda from both sides depicted the other as the ultimate enemy, fostering an environment of mutual suspicion and fear. Political cartoons and media from the era vividly illustrated the tension and hostility that characterized this period. The Cold War was defined by a dangerous arms race. Both nations were determined to surpass each other in military strength, leading to an unprecedented accumulation of weapons. Missile tests and military parades became routine, each display a show of force meant to intimidate the other. Immense resources were funneled into the development of advanced weaponry. Factories operated around the clock, producing the latest military technology. Research facilities buzzed with activity as scientists and engineers raced to achieve the next breakthrough in armaments. The stakes were incredibly high. Leaders from both sides delivered fervent speeches, stressing the need for vigilance and readiness. News headlines highlighted the latest developments, keeping the public on edge and aware of the constant threat. The specter of nuclear war loomed large, casting a long shadow over the globe. Nuclear test explosions showcased the terrifying power of these weapons, while fallout shelters and duck and cover drills became part of daily life. The possibility of total annihilation was a chilling reality. Amidst this climate of fear and uncertainty, a new era of military technology emerged. Rapid advancements in weaponry and defense systems pushed the boundaries of what was possible. The race for technological superiority was relentless and unforgiving. The United States, determined to maintain its strategic advantage, sought to enhance its air power. Air Force bases expanded, and aircraft assembly lines operated at full capacity. The goal was clear: to ensure that the US could project its power globally at a moment's notice. The Soviet Union, equally determined, made significant strides in air defense systems. Radar installations and missile systems were developed to counter the threat posed by American bombers. The Soviets were committed to protecting their airspace and maintaining their own strategic edge. This technological tit-for-tat propelled both nations into a relentless pursuit of military superiority. Military exercises showcased the latest advancements, each side constantly testing and refining their capabilities. The competition was fierce, with neither nation willing to fall behind. The bomber, a potent symbol of military might, became a focal point in this arms race. These aircraft represented the ability to deliver devastating payloads over long distances, making them a key component of any strategic arsenal. The development and deployment of bombers were given top priority. The US already possessed a formidable bomber fleet. Aircraft like the B-52 Stratofortress were capable of carrying nuclear weapons and had the range to reach targets deep within Soviet territory. These bombers were a critical part of America's strategy to deter Soviet aggression. However, the Soviets were rapidly developing advanced radar and surface-to-air missile systems. These defenses threatened to neutralize the advantage held by American bombers, making it increasingly difficult for them to penetrate Soviet airspace without being detected and intercepted. These defensive advancements threatened to render existing American bombers vulnerable. The US needed to find a way to counter these new threats and maintain its ability to project power. The challenge was clear: develop a new bomber that could evade detection and deliver its payload with precision. The US needed a new strategy, a new bomber for a new age of warfare. Military strategists and engineers began to conceptualize an aircraft that could meet the demands of modern combat. Early design sketches and plans laid the groundwork for what would become a revolutionary new bomber. This need would lead to the conception and development of a revolutionary aircraft, the B-1 Lancer. The B-1 Lancer was designed to be a versatile and powerful addition to the US bomber fleet, capable of penetrating advanced air defenses and delivering its payload with unmatched precision. Its development marked a significant milestone in the ongoing Cold War arms race. American military strategists faced a formidable challenge from the Soviet Union's air defenses. Soviet radar technology was becoming more advanced. They could now detect and track aircraft from much greater distances. This made high-altitude American bombers susceptible to interception. The U.S. Air Force needed a bomber with exceptional capabilities to counter this threat. It had to fly fast, low, and remain undetected. It needed to avoid enemy radar while delivering a powerful payload. This ambitious goal led to the development of new technologies and design concepts. The resulting bomber would be an engineering marvel and a testament to American innovation. Speed was crucial. By flying at supersonic speeds, the new bomber could minimize its exposure to enemy defenses. It could outrun radar systems before they could respond. Stealth was equally critical. By reducing its radar signature, the bomber could avoid detection entirely, slipping past enemy defenses like a ghost in the night. Crafting the B-1 Lancer was a monumental task. The project required not only state-of-the-art technology, but also a forward-thinking approach to aircraft design. Engineers had to innovate, pushing the limits of aviation possibilities. Engineers encountered unprecedented technical challenges in their mission to develop a bomber that could meet the rigorous demands of modern warfare. They needed to ensure the aircraft could perform in various combat scenarios, from high-speed engagements to low-altitude penetration missions. This demanded a profound understanding of aerodynamics, materials science, and avionics. The B-1 had to be fast, agile, and stealthy. Speed was crucial for evading enemy fighters and surface-to-air missiles, while agility allowed it to navigate through hostile environments. Stealth was vital for avoiding detection by enemy radar systems. It needed to endure the demands of supersonic flight and evade advanced enemy radar systems. The aircraft structure had to be strong enough to handle the stresses of high-speed flight, yet light enough to achieve the required performance. One of the B-1's most distinctive features is its swing wing design. This innovative mechanism allowed the aircraft to adjust its wing configuration to different flight conditions, optimizing performance across a wide range of speeds and altitudes. The wings could be swept back during high-speed flight, reducing drag and enabling supersonic speeds. This capability was essential for the B-1's role as a strategic bomber, allowing it to reach its targets swiftly and efficiently. For takeoff and landing, the wings could be extended forward, providing greater lift and stability. This versatility enabled the B-1 to operate from various airfields, including those with shorter runways. This innovative design was crucial to the B-1's ability to operate effectively in multiple flight regimes. Whether flying at high altitudes or skimming the terrain at low levels, the B-1 could adjust its wing configuration to suit the mission at hand. Another key innovation was the B-1's terrain-following radar. This advanced system allowed the bomber to fly at very low altitudes, hugging the contours of the Earth. By doing so, it could avoid detection by enemy radar systems that relied on line-of-sight detection. This advanced system allowed the bomber to fly at very low altitudes, hugging the contours of the Earth. This capability was particularly important for penetrating heavily defended airspace, where traditional high-altitude bombers would be vulnerable to enemy defenses. By doing so, the B-1 could evade enemy radar systems that relied on line-of-sight detection. This low-altitude flight capability made the B-1 a formidable adversary, capable of slipping through enemy defenses undetected. It could literally fly under the radar, making it a far more difficult target to detect and intercept. This stealth capability was a game-changer, allowing the B-1 to carry out its missions with a higher degree of success and survivability. These engineering feats, along with many others, combined to make the B-1 Lancer a truly remarkable aircraft. The integration of advanced avionics, innovative design features, and cutting-edge materials resulted in a bomber that was ahead of its time. It was a testament to the skill and ingenuity of American engineers and a powerful symbol of American technological prowess. The B-1 Lancer not only represented a significant achievement in aviation, but also served as a reminder of what could be accomplished through determination, innovation, and collaboration. The journey of the B-1 Lancer's development was fraught with controversy. From the very beginning, the project was entangled in debates and disagreements, both within the military and among the public. The project encountered numerous political and economic obstacles. These challenges were not only technical, but also deeply embedded in the political climate of the era. The high development costs, combined with shifting strategic priorities, cast doubt on the bomber's future. The financial burden was significant, and many questioned whether the investment was worthwhile. The B-1 program became a political hot potato, passed between administrations with differing views on defense spending and military strategy. Each administration had its own vision for the future of the U.S. military, and the B-1 Lancer often found itself at the heart of these debates. In 1977, President Jimmy Carter made the contentious decision to cancel the B-1 program. This decision was influenced by various factors, including budget constraints and a shift in military strategy. Citing cost concerns and a change in strategic thinking, Carter believed that cruise missiles, launched from existing bombers, would be a more cost-effective method to penetrate Soviet defenses. This approach was seen as a way to maintain military strength without the exorbitant costs of developing a new bomber. The cancellation of the B-1 was a significant setback for the program and for the U.S. Air Force, which had been relying on the bomber to modernize its aging fleet. The decision left many in the military feeling disheartened and uncertain about the future of U.S. air power. However, the story of the B-1 Lancer was far from over. Despite the cancellation, work on the bomber continued in various forms, as engineers and military officials held out hope for its eventual revival. The bomber's fate would take another dramatic turn just a few years later. The political landscape was once again shifting, and new opportunities for the B-1 Lancer were on the horizon. The political winds were changing, and a new administration, with a different perspective on the role of military strength, was about to take the stage. Ronald Reagan's presidency brought a renewed focus on military expansion and modernization. The B-1 Lancer, once considered a lost cause, was about to get a new lease on life. Under Reagan's administration, the program was revived and the bomber finally took to the skies, fulfilling its intended role in the U.S. Air Force.